Season 7, Episode 4, Rock Solid Friendship. Uh,
I'm
yeah,
kind of impressed at how easily it seems that Glimmer makes friends with. Although I'm kind of picture it as a sort of Avengers style thing where she gets all of the riffraff.
well, actually,
No,
that was coming up to a point I was going to make later in this review, but I guess I can skip to it now since we brought it up. And it's something Dr. Wolf, I think, kind of alluded to as well in one of his reviews, but are they trying to make kind of an auxiliary 6?
maybe.
Because I've kind of got a list here kind of going that I suspect kind of who they're replacing. Um, Now, before anybody gets on to me about this, I'm putting Discord as kind of the Celestia to the group. Okay, so that we can fill out the group with ponies.
Well, he does make a good princess, as we have seen.
He does. He is a
Yes.
pretty princess.
Anyway, so for Twilight, obviously Starlight. It's pretty straightforward. I think Pinkie Pie is going to be, her counterpart is going to be Maud, because actually
Yeah.
they're both they both like comedy, but they have very different ways of going about it. Um,
So you should do stand-up comedy. I do.
she's kind of got that Stephen Wright sort of thing. If you like
He has
Maud,
that dry humor.
yeah. If you like Maud's humor, go listen to some Stephen Wright. It's pretty good. This is kind of a prediction that eventually will come back around to us, but I'm thinking Rainbow Dash, you're gonna get lightning dust at some point. Will probably be coming back because she's a foil for Rainbow, but recuperating her would be a good analog. Fluttershy, I'm gonna go with Thorax simply because they both have that kind of soft, almost sweet personality to them. So those make good kind of matches. Which just leaves us with Rarity and Applejack. Now,
I think Trixie would be a good Rarity.
that's what I wanted to say, but I wasn't sure whether it really fit well enough to really go after. I mean, just kind of going off of unicorn comparisons, but
Well,
They
they
both-
are both extremely dramatic. They have that very, very over the top personalities
yeah,
that I mean, one's a show pony and one carries around a fainting couch. So
well, and Trixie, if I imagine Generosity, if you asked her to do a bit in her
she
show,
she sacrificed herself to save her friend.
and so that was what I was wondering about. But the one thing I couldn't find a replacement for was Applejack.
Oh,
I mean-
no, there's a simple replacement for her. Just take an apple.
Mm.
No, it's a backdrop.
Mm.
Because she's a background pony.
But yeah, I don't know what her analog's going to be, because she hasn't ever had one that really is her, but flipped. I think. I mean,
T-Rex.
you had Silver Shill, I think is what his name was, the one during her kind of key episode, but I doubt he comes back. Maybe Flimmer Flam gets recuperated.
No.
I don't know. I'm stretching, trying to find somebody we've seen before that. might-
Or you can just toss Discord in there. Actually, no. You could put Trixie as Applejack and Discord as Rarity.
That's a thought. I mean, this is just a kind of a thrown around theory, and some of them really work, but I don't know. Because a lot of these work out really well. I mean, Thorax and Lightning Dust and Maud, and Starlight, they all hit really, really easily. It's getting that Rarity and Applejack analog figured out. With who's going to be the analog for them. But yeah, that was just something I came up with while I was watching it, and then I saw Dr. Wolf's thing, and I was like, and I knew we would probably bring it up at some point. Let's see. So some interesting continuity in this episode. Maud finishes her doctorate. That's been kind of teased for a while. And that was always something that was kind of thrown out there.
Just like that belch.
Yeah. And the fact that Starlight likes kites was actually kind of foreshadowed in To Where and Back Again. Because in her room, if you go back and look, there's a kite in her room. From what I've seen of screenshots of people pointing that out. That
She really likes kites.
She does.
Well, I mean, you gotta have your passions. And her cutie mark kind of looks like an upside down kite.
Yeah, as we have learned, Maud is evil. Yes, with the right rock, you could rule all of Equestria.
Yeah.
Which that was also an interesting bit of continuity. Was also that, she was the one that led Starlight to the thing. I mean, she was just kind of, oh, you want information? Here's information. She didn't really ever think about what it was for, but just that it was.
Don't tell any pony. Any pony.
Another little bit of continuity that was interesting. Rarity is apparently going to make gowns for the Countess Coloratura album release party. I guess she ended up keeping the name Coloratura instead of switching it up to Rara. But then again, that might have confused people if she called it anything else. She's got a brand.
Yeah.
Rah, 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 rah.
Although P. Diddy did it before. Or P. Daddy or whatever his name is. Puff the Magic Dragon.
But, yeah, we got a lot of... Let's see.
Huh?
What else was there? Anyway, we got a lot of good jokes out of Pinky this episode. Yeah. She did kind of get her personality flaw, her kind of obliviousness got amplified. It wasn't as bad as Philly Vanilli, really. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as Philly Vanilli.
Be friends.
Essentially. But you got to think she doesn't get to see her sister very often at all. And if she moved to Ponyville, she'd actually get to see her sister all the time. Well, Ponyville adjacent, and so her excitement is understandable, being able to actually, see her sister on a regular basis, considering the rest of her family lives far enough that she has to go take a train to go see them. Let's see.
Yeah.
She's her super bestest friend sister.
Let's see.
Like, Pinkie Pie, I've made another friend. It's a rock, isn't it? Yes.
They're all rocks.
Maud is completely oblivious to her surroundings.
Actually, not really. She's very zen. Although I think she'd be very at home in a zen garden.
Well, she's very...
Because it's all sand and rocks, but... she notices a lot more than she says. She's very observant.
Like, what ill?
Ex-
Oh,
except when she's focused on something.
True.
Because she was able to be, kind of eaten by an eel because she was distracted by an emerald jasper.
True.
So she picks up on
But
some
she-
things, but not on others. And
But
especially
she didn't
when
really care because she had a jack with her, just not the Applejack.
yeah, and there is something to say about her strength. She
Oh.
probably could have, if she was in a rush, she could have just punched a hole through the eel, just because she breaks rocks with her hooves,
Exactly.
like a
I kind of
jackhammer.
wanna see her shred on a guitar.
But yeah, we got tons of puns. The slow down joke. The impersonation, always nice when it's done very quickly and very sparingly. It's pretty good. Let's see.
Impersonation?
Yeah, when she was on the train, she pulled what Rainbow Dash did for Twilight in that one episode. She kind of just mimicked, basically recolored herself. It was her colors, but Maud's shape, her hairstyle and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, which works best when it's quick and just boom, get in, get out, and have fun.
Going back to something, do you think Tree Hugger would be Applejack?
Possibly.
She is
I mean-
honest about herself, almost to a fault. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't know. We'll have to see. She knows at least one of the main six, so.
That or that that one bad luck pony that I can't remember the name of.
Troubleshoes?
Troubleshoes.
Yeah.
No, because he was just he was a plot device, really. He wasn't really a.
Wait a
Pony
minute,
of
Brayburn.
No, I think he's
Rayburn?
gonna stay in
No.
Appaloosa.
Apples,
No.
apples.
Appaloosa.
But
No, although Tree Hugger might work.
yeah. It'd be a very, very sedate auxiliary 6. Outside of maybe Lightning Dust. You have Maud, you have Tree Hugger.
I mean, in Trixie, there is Trixie.
yeah.
Because you
Trixie
can't have
and-
an auxiliary 6 without Trixie.
Trixie and
because-
Lightning Dust do kind of bring the energy back up, but
Yeah.
Maud and
And-
Tree Hugger are like black holes of energy. Just like
Yeah.
And of course, you need the pet.
Although I am.
So
I am-
Amber would be Spike.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to having Trixie meet Maud.
well, no wait. Trixie worked on the rock farm, so she's already
Oh
met-
yeah, she did.
She
But I
probably met
mean,
Maud at some point. I mean, she was off on a rock trip, but I imagine she stopped by home every once in a while on her journey.
True.
Trixie's like,
In fact, there's
what
an entire
are
comic
you?
about Maud and Trixie, and them having some sort of relationship.
What kind of relationship?
Romantic. It's kind of
It's like-
funny.
Okay, what are you? Why do I imagine Maud being the type of pony who will sometimes sleep with her eyes open?
Yeah.
Let's see. And of course, we have the great Pinky freak out when none of the rocks seem interesting enough. And apparently
Yeah.
thinks Lyra and Tank and Stingbush seeds are rocks.
Poor Lyra. But we got
I
more shipping feel for Lyra and Bonbon.
Yes.
Yeah, I love how Bonbon's like, no, she is mine, back off.
She is not a rock. Move along.
Oh, I feel sorry for Rarity though. I was like, none of these gems are rare. Like,
Although,
Customers don't know that.
to be fair, if she thought the gems were rare, a lot of people would probably consider the gems rare and wouldn't realize that little patch of where they are. Therefore, she could make bank on that.
true. And remember, this is Equestria. Diamonds are about as worthless as a penny.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want to move to Equestria real quick? Gather a bunch of gems and come back here.
Yes, get a diamond the size of your fist.
You know, on was it Neptune or Uranus? It rains diamonds.
Damn.
Yeah, one of the outer gas giants. Like, one of the, I can't
Yeah,
remember which
although
one.
it's because the pressure there is so great, it creates diamond rain.
Yeah.
So you can't really go there. But
Yeah, you would need some sort of very, very strong probe.
But yeah, so we pretty much got the main 6 plus Ember being Spike, because, you know, they need a pet.
And she is a dragon.
Yep. And she's small.
Not as small as Spike, though.
No, it'd either have to be Ember or, yeah, I forget the dragon's name. The really weird looking one. Like in that first
Crackle,
dragon up.
something like
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Are you talking about the obnoxious red one?
No,
No.
that's Garble. Talking about the green kind of weird one.
Yeah, remember how they were disguised as a dragon and it looked exactly like a real dragon?
Oh. Well, okay.
Yeah, that one. A perfect pet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Covered that. Modelina Daisy Pie. Apparently the Pie sisters all have some sort of have 3 names.
Yeah, but I mean, Marble. What would her longer version of her first name be?
Marble.
Because there's like Pinkamena. No, but there's Pinkamena, Diane Pie, Modelina. So it's Marbleina?
Or Marbeline.
Marbleine
Maybe
sounds
it's
good.
Marbeline.
Maybe she was born with
What
it.
the fuck?
Maybe it's
Maybe it's
Marbleine.
Marbleline. I have to Photoshop that.
Yes, I gotta write that down as pigs to do.
Hold on, I'm doing it.
Anyway, so we've got, and she throws around some kite lingo, SLK, single line kite, AOI, angle of incidence, the angle the kite takes compared to the wind direction, and ballast. That's the weight that helps balance the kite. Just to kind of go through that for the uninitiated, including myself. So we get the pizza delivery from Pinky to cover for her checking up on them. And then she chucks it at Derpy. But she doesn't seem really phased and seems to say, hey, free pizza. Like,
Yeah.
so I get hit in the head with a pizza, but then I get the pizza. Would I do that trade?
I would.
Probably.
I definitely would.
If it's just lightly tossed and just kind of bounces off, doesn't cause any major injury.
Well,
Getting
unless it had pineapple on it.
Oh, I love pineapple on my pizza.
You disgrace.
oh no,
Uh,
which is the heretic?
Oh, please. Pineapple is amazing on pizza.
I don't mind it either way. I don't hate pineapple. I don't love it. It's just kind of okay. It's a thing. You know.
Pineapple and olives are like the best.
I wonder how heavy those rock hats are.
Oh, for the Rockrit, yeah. Oh, and she gave the most concise, commencement speech ever given.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Maud. Thank you. I'm not even sure thank you was a part of it, but
I'm odd. Hi. Thank you. Bye.
yeah. And here's one of the scenes that really makes her some great kind of character development. Glimmer's like, wow, you can tell that from a line. She's talking about Boulder. So, I didn't get a rock to it because I can shred a guitar like no pony else. Starlight laughs. And Maud says, another reason I like rocks. They don't exclude you if you're different than other ponies. And Glimmer replies with, they're beautiful and strong, but they don't judge you or make you feel less than in any way. I think I'm starting to like rocks too. They both kind of are dealing with feeling the judgment of others for Starlight for something she did, and Maud for something she is, and the way she acts, her way of doing things.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they would kind of get that. It would be something that they would share.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a lot of people with this problem. Okay, do I ship Glimmer with Maud or with Trixie?
Oh, the shipping war, or some people solve the whole thing and just say no, all three together.
Threesome!
I can see that. I can see that happening.
Yes. It's yeah. Let's see.
I can kind of guess what Maud's favorite show would be. The Flintstones. So many rock puns.
I would think something on like a nature channel about rocks. They're all about rocks.
Rock 24/7.
The Geology Channel. All rocks, all the time.
Rock.com.
How do I imagine a website completely about The Rock?
That's her favorite wrestler. Let's see. Yeah, and it turns out Pinky, she has the same kind of obsession streak that Twilight has to a certain extent. I mean, she's worried about smile to frown ratios, etc. And it also plays into the fact that something that will come up later, that she's also just afraid that Maud, being how she is, not really as outgoing and, extroverted as Pinky is. There's no half excited with Pinky. She was afraid she wouldn't be able to make a friend on her own. So she was really trying to squish them together so that she could, she could get it.
It's like, be friends, be friends, be friends.
Yeah. And Starlight has failed the tact role when it comes to explaining the problem with the way Pinky was handling the situation. Like, you're just awful. You kind of ruined things. See,
I love the whole somebody you'll be friends. I forget the exact words, but you'll be friends with somebody who walks right through that door.
Yeah.
I really thought somebody was gonna walk through that door.
Well, eventually someone did. It was Starlight. Eventually did. So she
Yeah,
kind
Starlight, you have bad timing.
She was just a little bit later, but she did go through that door, and Pinky didn't even have a pinky sense twitch. Or perhaps it's internal. It was something else that we couldn't see from the outside. But then we come to the big kind of bringing the episode together sort of thing. Pinky's Maud, I thought you couldn't make a friend without my help, but it turns out you couldn't make a friend with my help. I underestimated you, and I'm sorry. Maud comes back with, I know you did it out of love. You're my best sister friend forever. And then Pinky, oh Maud, I love you bigger than all of Equestria. And Maud comes back with, and you melt my heart more easily than sodium-rich plagioclase feldspar. Pinkie Pie, I don't know what that means, but please, 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 please give Ponyville another chance. But more importantly, give me another chance to leave you alone, which is what she needed to do. But I do like the fact that Maud is now Ponyville adjacent. So if you want to see Maud, you can, but she's not just going to walk, probably not going to walk through town very often. She's going to be that far.
Yeah.
That far out. But overall, good episode. This season has been doing a lot of good interpersonal stuff, even though occasionally on a couple occasions we have seen characters negative attributes amplified tremendously in order to for the plot to work, and they really messed with Trixie's personality, just kind of really put it up on on top. And then Pinky, well, it's not out of the realm of possibility, and it's not worse than her.
They over-accentuated things that to an extreme, almost caricature-like.
Yeah, it's
just to pull a point.
Yeah, they caricaturized they Flanderized them a bit. And they went a little too far, but they made an interesting interpersonal kind of thing of it. And we haven't had any. The interesting is we haven't had any kind of high fantasy action episodes yet this season. Usually the opener is something like that, but we haven't had that yet. It's all just.
Damn, dog, that was fast.
I know.
Personal.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Anyway, that's all I had to really say about it. I took some notes on some rocks, but I couldn't really find the pun. I imagine some geology majors probably could find the puns that she was making, but
I found a couple, but I forgot them because I watched them like Monday, and I've had a lot going on since then. So
yes, yeah, like Boulder is probably bonanite, high magnesium formed with salt that is erupted generally in black arc basins, distinguished by its low titanium content and trace element composition. Yeah. Doesn't really. But I guess you could have bonbonite.
But just
No, that wasn't funny. But yeah, overall good episode. The Pinky was exaggerated in some of the same way that Trixie was exaggerated for her for All Bottled Up. But overall,
Yeah.
entertaining episode. Some really good character stuff between Starlight and Maud. The character stuff between them was really good and really worked.
Mm-hmm.
Pinky was just kind of she went out of character just a little bit as a catalyst.
Yeah.
And
Which
poor Lyra, she
that's-
shall ever be a rock.
maybe Bon Bon was just taking her for granted.
Anyway, I think it's time for the next review.